So back returning to the kind of political system beyond just rhetoric and the Greek influence, which I'll also end up returning to a little bit. Uh, if you see this map here, we looked at a map before, but this really shows all the timelines of in these places that Rome is going to keep conquering and taking over, having puppet kings and so forth. And they're going to develop into an empire, as we see talked about here. And those tensions between different classes in Rome and some of the generals and the tensions with some of the Senate, this all becomes a theme. And, this chapter I think is easy to follow, but at the same time, we're cramming in a lot of several hundred years into one chapter, and that's always going to be problematic, which is why my lecture, I'm only focusing on a few things and letting the reading kind of help fill in the gaps. Next week, when we go into the next chapter, I'm going to enjoy talking about the way that Rome meets with Germanic tribes and so forth, and the Celts, and how that fusion of Rome into those worlds end up really creating modern Europe, Western Europe, and kind of really help show how we develop in modern times. But having said that, we can skip over to, I'll just skip here to talk about Julius Caesar. And I'm going to actually I'm going to play a video, the crash course that they do on the Republic to the Empire and Julius Caesar and the whole topic. I think he does a great job of synthesizing this section, because it's kind of a tricky, right, as we're combining all these battles, Sulla, and then his ambitions, and then Marius, and then and then we get to the first triumvirate and the second, and blah blah blah. So I kind of wanted to just really focus on the fact that we see Rome over the centuries evolve. Now, what's really amazing is that they're able to last for so long. I mean, I think that that's one part that we really want to kind of just think about. And we can see that as they incorporated the Hellenistic world and lasted for as long as they did, we can see how their legacy would leave its imprint so strongly on the rest of the world, for better or for worse. And that's why, Caesar, everybody knows who Julius Caesar is. And the idea of having a Caesar, many modern European monarchs, the Tsar of Russia, the Kaiser, they're naming themselves Caesars, right? They're taking after that Roman legacy. So essentially, there's debates about Caesar of whether or not he was a man who was fighting for the people, or he was power hungry. I think that there's a general consensus of seeing him as being power hungry. Well, I shouldn't say general consensus. There is that, and then there's the other side that see him as this great man of the people. Ultimately, in his ambition, he would be killed. But as we look at his legacy and the rise of Octavian, I kind of want to just let you watch that video right now. And then after that, I'm going to end with a few more videos just talking about some other aspects of Rome that were not really covered in the textbook. And so, yeah, I will do that right now.